Hello, everybody. We're here on day 3 at Bio 2025, and I think I've actually left the best for last. I am here with Joanne and Orlando from Federal Equipment, and they're going to give me some insights and things that they've heard here at the show for Bio 2025. You guys up for some questions?
Absolutely.
Okay, yes. Cool. Let's do it. So first off, Joanne, what do you do for Federal Equipment?
I am a sales consultant, so I am in our office in Cleveland, Ohio, and I am taking phone calls and proactively reaching out to my customers to help sell some of our equipment.
You're on the front line.
I'm on the front line.
You're on the front line. How long have you been with the company?
17 years.
17 years. Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Orlando, how about you?
I'm also in business development, marketing, but I also do a lot of international projects. I'm a logistics specialist and free trade zone specialist.
Okay.
And I do a lot of that sort of thing for the company, and I've been with 13 years.
What's one word you guys would use to describe the biotech industry right now?
I would say very interesting. From what I've been hearing anyways throughout this show, that it's been a little bit up and down, but hopefully with biotech and this show that it hopefully is going to go back up, go up.
Yeah, we're all going to stay optimistic for that, right?
Please, yeah.
How about you?
I would say cautious.
Yeah?
I think NIH funding and university, things that are happening with the universities, the studies, the global economy and the research and things that are happening outside of the United States is making it a very interesting moment in time. We've noticed that there's a lot of international influx at this show of people looking to come back to the United States and help out to develop product and do studies here.
Yeah. So there's still some positive moves happening.
Absolutely.
Do you guys still see Boston as a place that you might think is the epicenter for biotech?
Yes, it's established here. There's a lot of production here. There's still a lot of research here. And clinicals are well into the studies at this point.
Yeah.
But the Northeast, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and even Ohio are now starting to develop some of their own strategies and implementing into the market.
Yeah, absolutely. What's one trend that you're both seeing that you're excited about or that you think might be overhyped?
Listen, there's a lot of different countries here, and they've been interested in seeing how they can get equipment in the States and also to ship back to their country for development processes.
Yeah.
So it's still a global market, and there is still a great interest in the United States as the end zone, because here the product will get out to the market quickly.
So at Federal Equipment, you could say that you guys are getting some market insight because you're watching the trend of the purchasing power of these organizations and maybe countries and other states about who's making investments and who's not. In your opinion, what's more powerful, great science or great storytelling? It's not a trick question.
I'm going to say both. I think you have to have great science. That's the foundation of it. But somebody has to be able to tell this story. I mean, there has to be a link between what they're doing and who's putting it out there. So I think it's important in both ways.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. How about you, Orlando?
On the communication side, I think is important. The science is one thing, but being able to look that science into the development aspect of getting a drug product out there is vital. And I think that type of gap has been in existence for a while, and I think the bridge is starting to be built to have that go more smoothly from one phase to the other.
So good advocacy is really going to come through great storytelling.
I believe that's so in the sense the science is one thing, but the storytelling and the marketing and being able to communicate it all together is vital for it to be successful.
Yes, I agree, absolutely. So what's a buzzword that you've heard too many times this year?
Okay, the shortfalls in NIH funding and university studies and research that has been decimated over the last 3-4 months. This still goes on, but now there's a lot more cautious in that area.
Yeah.
So,
okay, what brings you to Bio this year? What were you looking forward to?
To us, Bio is a super important part of our business. It is what's next. Oral solid dosage is still the basis for a lot of drug delivery, but there are so many out there now that the science is there. The equipment has got to match it to get the product out there, and that's what we're trying to do while we're here. We work with the OEMs to have support to make it as functional as possible for the customer to buy something and feel that they have a structure that they're accustomed using, like if they were working with the original equipment manufacturer.
Yeah. So what's the best piece of advice that you might give folks that you've given or that you maybe have heard here at Bio? Best advice that you've heard or given here at Bio?
So what I've heard, and I was talking to a woman earlier, Orlando mentioned a little bit earlier, the problem between the scientists and putting everything into full production. There's this gap that happens. And so I think it's interesting to hear that we're not really aware of it since we're not right there doing all the work. But she told me that, these scientists come up with these great ideas, and then when we go to put them into production, there's all these issues that we have. And that's what people, at least she is struggling with right now, is how do they kind of connect all of that. So I think that was very interesting.
What's interesting about this show is if you go aisle to aisle, you'll see different people doing so many different things in so many different categories of all type, gene and cell, biosimilars, peptides. I mean, you name it, there are people doing things that are like, you're doing what? Wow, that's tremendous. And then for us to be able to assist with that process and have them give us some indication of what they need and us be able to supply that is very gratifying.
What's keeping your team motivated in this, I called it cockamamie, but ever-changing, uncertain times?
Well, it's interesting because I've been with Federal for 17 years. So if you think about it, nothing has ever been the same. We've gone through all these ups and downs through the years. And I think the satisfaction for me is, one, dealing with my customers and that they come back to us and buy equipment from us because they trust us, right? And we're recycling. So it's a great feeling to know that a machine is not going to be scrapped and that it is going to be reused by another generation or another person. So I think that's what keeps us motivated. And also, every piece of equipment is so different. And that is the beauty of our business, right? Yeah. So I think it's really interesting. And that's what keeps me motivated, is new machinery coming in.
Okay. How about you, Orlando?
Well, the process in the last 10 years, the type of equipment that we've been bringing in and now offer is totally different than what it was 10 years ago when oral solid dosage was the king, and it still is in many ways. Now, today, there's just so many different types of machinery that do very specific things that it's very exciting to learn about that and be part of that. When we get something new and we talk to the manufacturer and they explain it to us, now we can relay that information on the scientific level. Plus, we know that we have the support from them to be able to get the customer what they need.
What's one thing that your company does that more people should get to know about?
So I would say one of the things that I admire about Federal Equipment and what they do is, one, that Orlando mentioned it, we're buying better equipment, but not only do we buy and sell you the equipment, but we can help you along the way. We can help you with the training of different devices. We can help you with, if you need help with installation, if you need to contact the OEMs. Once you get the machine, if you need parts, we have farm parts where you can call and get replacement parts. So it's not just like you buy one machine and then, you can never come to us again. We're there for multiple avenues that you can come and contact us. And I don't think people know that enough.
So the international aspect. We are strong in the United States, but if you come to work with us, we could ship it anywhere in the world, go through all the process to make it very simple to get the machine into your country. But at that same time, you're now getting up-to-the-date equipment that goes in, or you can get older equipment that many times can be refurbished and put back into place in other countries, so the cycle keeps going on and on and on.
And when you repurpose this equipment, I'm sure people are saving money?
Oh, tremendous amount of money. And besides, a lot of these machines are made and engineered to be workhorses for generations to come. Update the software, update the HMI, and you got a brand new machine that goes on for another couple of generations.
Tell me why people should be excited about working with organizations out of Ohio. Give me a little more sense of what it's like to work out of the Ohio area.
So in Ohio, the most beautiful thing I think about Ohio is that you get all four seasons. You get the summer, spring, winter, fall. The winters can be a little brutal, but not as bad. And then you have beautiful springtime, beautiful summer. So you get all the four seasons. And plus, we're near water. We're near Lake Erie, so that's wonderful. And then from there, you're Midwest. The people are a little bit more laid back. And Ohio is also a very affordable state to live in. Yeah. So I think a lot of people think of, Ohio as who knows what, but it's a great city, great cities in there. It's a great state. So.
How about you, Orlando? What do you think?
So Ohio is a very organized state. It's Midwest friendly. People say hello, good morning, courteous. The cost of living is very much less than a lot of other places. It's friendly, but it's just a warm feeling, and we love it.
to both Joanna and to Orlando. Thank you so much for joining me here at
was our
Bio.
pleasure.
Hope you both had a great show. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. So
Awesome.
everybody online, if you haven't followed Federal Equipment, please do so here on LinkedIn. And if you're still here at Bio, I hope you get to stop on by Federal Equipment and their booth. So again, thank you for everybody who's been joining us for Bio 2025. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Thank